Okay, I'm back again. It's time for me to start cooking our dinner. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna make some salmon, asparagus, and I'm gonna make some shrimp as well, and the brown rice mix. So I use olive oil and a little bit of butter. So I've already washed and sliced up my salmon. So I'm going to put it in the skillet now. I'll cook the asparagus last, and I'll do my shrimp as well. Doesn't take too long to cook. But you want to make sure you brown it. Okay, I'm going to get my shrimp now and add those to the other skillet that I have. You don't want to overcook your shrimp because then they'll be chewy. Nobody wants chewy shrimp. So I seasoned them with a chili lime seasoning that I picked up not long ago. So I'm trying a lot of different stuff as opposed to using the same stuff. You want to make your food exciting a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. So like I said, I'll cook the asparagus last, but the salmon is cooking. And I have a spicy seasoning on this. Again, trying to do something a little bit different with it. So I'll let that cook for a minute. I'll let it brown and get a little hard on the outside, then I'll turn it over. You don't want to overcook your salmon because then it'll taste like cardboard or sandpaper. You want it to still be kind of moist in the middle and flavorful. So everything is going. I guess while we're doing this, I can show you the seasoning that I'm using. Okay. So for the shrimp, I'm using this chili and lime spice blend. Very good. And what I added to my salmon is this Dragon Head Habanero Special Blend. You got a nice little kick to it, let me tell you. My kids, they kind of like spicy. I like it to a certain extent, but not too much. So when I do the asparagus, after I cook it in the olive oil, what I normally like to do is have a little bowl with some butter and some lemon juice, and once it's done cooking, I'll pour that on top of it and cook it down just a little bit. So it's cooking over here, y'all. It's cooking. You want to look at it every now and then because you don't want it to burn. And depending, you may have to add a little more olive oil to it. You don't want it to be saturated in olive oil, but that you don't. Well, I guess I could get started on the asparagus because it doesn't take that long for the fish to cook. So I'm going to warm my skillet. Then I'll add my asparagus whole. I don't cut it. I mean, I've cut the asparagus once before in the past and cut it in half and added Brussels sprouts and bacon with it. It was pretty tasty, but it'll send you straight to the bathroom. So if you're having a problem going, that'll be a good combination for you. So I'm going to let the salmon finish cooking. You can see on the side, you know, how it's cooking, because you'll see from the bottom it rising as far as getting done. And flip these shrimp. Like I said, it doesn't take that long, so basically you're kind of stir frying your shrimp. And you don't want them to overcook. I'm going to grab the asparagus now. So the asparagus is already washed and it's ready to go in my skillet. So I'll add a little more olive oil to my asparagus. I don't want to cook it too high. And with the asparagus, you don't want to overcook it because then you'll take away all the nutritional value that it has and it'll be limp. Nobody likes anything limp, right? You want it kind of al dente. You know, you want it to be nice. So I'll put a little bit of salt and pepper on here. Not too much. I'll add a little bit there. And I also like to add garlic to almost everything that I cook. Just something about that garlic, y'all. Okay. I'm done all of that. I'm going to let this cook. So you let it cook and just stir it around a little bit. I'll go back to my shrimp. It won't be too much longer for these. Like I said, you don't want to overcook them. So I'll check on the salmon now. Okay, I can turn it over. I like it. It's nice and flaky. You know, I prefer fresh salmon over the frozen. I mean, frozen is more convenient, but it's just something about having some fresh fish. It tastes so much better. And it's thick. I like it thick. I don't like them little thin sheets of salmon. I'll add a little more olive oil to my salmon. And let that cook down. Mess with these shrimp again. They look like they're going to be pretty good. Wish I had some more tiger shrimp. Now those were really humongous. And they, you know, were very flavorful. They didn't shrink down. These are doing okay. These are the jumbo, supposedly jumbo raw shrimp. I like the raw ones better because that way you can cook them down as opposed to the ones that's already cooked. That'll cook down and taste like rubber. So you don't want that. Okay, so the asparagus is doing what it's supposed to do. Looking all pretty and stuff. Cooking in this olive oil. So I'll let that cook some more. These are the big ones too. I normally get the thin ones, but the thin ones you really have to watch them because they'll get limp on you very quick. Okay, stir the shrimp a little more. I'll let the shrimp cook for another minute or two, and I'll take those out. Like I said, you don't want them to be overcooked because if your shrimp are overcooked, then they're going to be very chewy. Nobody wants chewy shrimp. At least I don't. Okay, y'all. We're getting there. We're getting there. I know I'm ready to eat. But like I was saying on my previous video, you know, your body will let you know when it's time to eat. You know, I had my protein-based snack earlier and the protein drink and my nuts and my fruit. So that was hours ago. So it's like now my body is like, okay, it's time for you to get started cooking. And I try to listen to my body because your body will tell you stuff. It really will. It'll let you know when it's hungry. It'll let you know when it's sick. It'll let you know everything. So just pay attention to your body. All right. So we got all that going. I'm going to take my shrimp out now. Cut those off. So the shrimp are as done as I would like them to be. They're already seasoned. They'll go alongside the salmon and the asparagus. And I also told you I was going to make some rice. So it's basically a brown rice mix. So what I'll do, I'll put these in the microwave. This is some good eating, y'all. You should try it. Get about 6 packs for about $11 from Sam's Club, Costco. So I believe this has to go on 90 seconds. You squeeze it a little bit. You want to vent it, so you tear it a little bit. So I'm doing 2. So I'll do both at the same time. And I'll put them in the microwave on the 90 seconds. And those will be ready and good to go. Okay. Let me look at the salmon again. It may be time to turn it. I like to turn it a couple of times. Like I said, I like the bottom to cook up pretty good. have like a crust on it, but I don't want it to overcook. Ooh, nice and flaky, y'all, because it's thick. So the salmon that I bought it from Sam's Club, and the piece that I picked out was pretty thick. So this is about a $30 piece of fish, and I was able to get maybe about 11 pieces out of it the way that I cut it, which is good, because it seems like when I make salmon, I can never make enough because they eat it up quick. So the asparagus is cooking up pretty good. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys me in my kitchen making one of my favorite dishes, salmon, asparagus, and the rice. So I got my lemons already cut up. I'll put my tomatoes in here as well when it gets done a little more, because towards the ends where it's thicker, it takes a little bit longer to cook it. So I'll put my tomatoes on the side, and I'll let them do what they need to do. So you heard the microwave, so my rice is ready. So take that out and set that to the side until everything else is done. So I will come back and show you my finished product on my plate before I eat it. Thanks for watching.